Hey y'all, how's it going? R&B Queen / Hospitality Queen Tierney, K Positive Pinky. So, here I am. So, technically tomorrow is Flip's death anniversary, but it feels like today because, this time around last year was when last time we actually interacted, So I'm arguing make it like his death anniversary was really 2 days because I remember like on this day last year, you know how on Instagram you can press the heart to like the messages and I remember I think I remember I was at my sanctuary because I had a hospitality class that day and when I got off, I went to my sanctuary and it was weird because I noticed that, I mean, he had his moments where he would be distant, right? But I remember he was like more distant than usual because, I noticed that before his death, normally him and I would vid chat a lot and talk on the phone. And I noticed there would be a lot of times where, I would have to keep calling him back because he wouldn't like always, um, call me back, which was, frustrating, but I didn't realize how much, he truly was, suffering a lot, and I never took it personally. I always was able to come into it with compassion and do the best I could to be support to him. So I remember I was in my sanctuary, and I remember like because normally he would how people can see your stories, and he would see them like religiously because like him and I really cared about each other and we really loved each other. And we had a lot of future plans, and unfortunately they never got to happen. But and I remember, ironically, the next day, it was around this time last year because that promo Tuesday, I found the news that he died, so it wasn't until the next day that I knew that he died because I found out through like one of his friends, I guess one of his rapping friends, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of surreal that it's been a whole year since he died. And I can tell it's been hitting me hard, but I'm just trying to keep a positive attitude and think of the positive memories I had with him. Him and I were coworkers at ArcLight, which is my first job. Um, sorry, this is a long introduction. Um, but yeah, it's just, it's a very vulnerable time for me right now. I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's all I can say is that's all I can do with the grief or anything I'm facing in life, because it is one day at a time. And, that's all I can do, is just take it one day at a time, like for real. Um, and I remember one of my favorite memories of Flip, actually a couple, I'll just share a couple and then I'll get into this. Because this cover I'm about to do was a tribute I did to him last year around this time, or maybe a little later than this time, but around the same time. Um, but yeah, I have a good memory. Him and I were chilling in the theaters at ArcLight, and even then, like I felt like I could all, how you just click with someone. Like I've had a few coworkers from each of my jobs, kind of like that. Like there's always that one coworker that I just like, or at least one of them that I just like click with, and I feel like I can talk to them about anything. You know what I mean? Um, so um, like at Equinox, Michael, if you're watching this, like I feel like I can always, he's such a great friend, and I feel like when I worked at Equinox and I met him, like we just clicked, and then at Nordstrom, I guess, I mean, there's always a few that you can just click with, and you can just build a great friendship, and whatever. Um, but uh, but yeah, there's a couple in Nordstrom, like this coworker of mine, Cindy, she's really nice, and so lately we've been, swapping shifts, and it's been good, because sometimes it's like, sometimes you just need to change a pace, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was nice because today I got to open, and because normally I usually close, which I don't mind. Sorry, I check to see. Got my suit. But maybe I should wait. I better hurry up so before it gets cold. But yeah, I also have good memories of Flip and I talking on the phone, vid chatting, and um, yeah, I really miss him. I think each day gets easier. It gets better with time. And it's just one day at a time. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm gonna do "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, which is one of my favorite Whitney songs. So I hope y'all enjoy it. All right. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Yeah, Flip. I will always love you. Oh, yeah, you. My darling Flip. Yeah. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Yeah, Felipe, always love you. Yeah, Flip. Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year since he died. Like for real. Like, I remember how you would say for real, like FR, and like it was so legit. I mean, does anyone say legit anymore? Like, I mean, you were my R&B king. You always will be. So I miss you and love you, even though you're dead. Like, but okay, stop. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love, yeah. And I will always love you. 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 Felipe, I'll always love you. Yeah. I'll always love you. Yeah, Flip. I will always love you. Yeah, Flip, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of you. Flip, I love you. I'll always love you.